Do you have a student who omits sounds when blending or segmenting words, or when spelling with a final consonant cluster like ST or MP? Accidentally dropping or inserting sounds in words can be a challenge for some students with dyslexia and requires explicit instruction and possible scaffolds to support student learning. Hi, I'm Casey Harrison, a licensed dyslexia therapist and certified academic language therapist who wants to share some quick tips and scaffolds for helping our students with dyslexia. When working with students in the area of phonemic awareness, we often target the skill of phoneme segmentation, or breaking words into those individual sounds or phonemes. For example, the word tent would be segmented into t, e, n, t. However, you may encounter students who struggle with this task and leave out a sound, instead saying t, et. This phonological error or deletion of a sound in the final consonant cluster of nt may need an additional scaffold or support. When this error occurs with my students, I have them use the Bubblegum Strategy. The Bubblegum Strategy helps students stretch out or elongate the sounds without stopping, allowing them to hear the individual sounds as they stretch the word. For example, the word tent would be stretched as tent. Students may need a lot of practice with this task as they develop that phonological sensitivity to the sounds in words. A quick sorting task can provide this practice and allow you to collect data. I have pulled some target words, so these would be words that I have on cards or small items that purposely target those consonant clusters. As the student stretches out the word, if they're saying all the phonemes, it's going to go into the correct pile. If not, I'm going to provide an error correction, model it, the student echoes, and it goes into the other pile. So we would practice hand, goes in the correct pile. Stamp, they left one off, they're going to correct an error. We'll practice with those sorting, those tasks. It's going to provide me with a lot of reteaching opportunities, explicit error correction opportunities, as well as providing with a lot of data in the moment. As students read and stretch out words, they can also apply the Bubblegum Strategy by using continuous blending. For example, if I'm reading the word stamp, my students can stretch it out like this. Stamp, stamp. The Bubblegum Strategy also works well for spelling applications. Spelling requires that the students segment the phonemes in the words as they're linking it to the written grapheme or those letter representations. Students with weak phonological memory may need to use the Bubblegum Strategy to help identify all the sounds and check to ensure that they've included each of the sounds in the word. For example, when writing the word lamp, if the student were to omit that they would write it as this, lap. They've omitted that in the final consonant blend. I'm going to provide that error correction, have the student bubblegum stretch, lamp, lamp, and they're like, oh, I missed the and they're going to rewrite the word correctly. As students improve their phonemic awareness, you can fade the use of the Bubblegum Strategy, move to that segmentation of phonemes and isolation, and then finally release all of those scaffolds as students build automaticity in reading and writing. This is just one scaffold or one strategy that teachers can put into their toolbox to help when students are omitting sounds, particularly in those final consonant clusters. If you want more information, resources, and strategies for teaching students with dyslexia, be sure to visit our website and our blog at thedyslexiaclassroom.com and let me know what questions you have.